Hello dear students, welcome back to Transactions Essential English Language Skills. My name is Maushmi Mohammad. Let us continue with Module 1 Pronunciation. We will continue with the key areas of L1 transfer of Malayali English learners. So the third one is pronouncing words without stress, which we have already studied. In English, some words which are used as nouns, adjectives and verbs have the same spelling but different pronunciation because stress changes in accordance with their class. But most Keralites pronounce these words alike, irrespective of their change in function. As we have learned before, there are words which keeps in shifting in the stress when they are being used as noun and when they are used as verb. When the word is used as noun, the stress will be on the first syllable, but when it is being used as verb, the stress will be on the second syllable. But what most of us do is, we tend to stress both noun and verb in the similar manner. So that is a problem in pronouncing stress. That is, when we try to stress the word in the same manner when it is being used as noun as well as verb. So let us look at the example. Absent. So you can see absent, when it is being used as noun, the stress is on the first syllable. Both as adjective and noun, the case is similar. The stress is on the first syllable. Absent. It's absent. But when it is being used as verb, you can see the stress shifts to the second syllable. Absent. Absent. So there is a meaning change. So that is very important. So what we people do is, we tend to pronounce all that in the same manner. We stress that in the same manner. So that should be taken into consideration. Now the second word, when it is being used as noun and adjective, we have to stress it on the first syllable, and it goes like this. Abstract. 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 But when the same word is being used as verb, it becomes abstract. 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 Now the third word, when it is being used as noun or adjective, it becomes accent. Accent. But when it is being used as verb, it becomes accent. Accent. So this is something which is very important to note down. Moving on to the fourth one. Spelling pronunciation of the phonologically conditioned plural es and s and the past tense ed morphemes. For the first one, most Malayali speakers of English pronounce the plural morpheme es or s as s itself, but it should be actually pronounced as z, whereas English has three distinct phonologically conditioned morphemes. So let us look at the example. We have roses. It should actually be pronounced as roses. Roses. It's not roses, it's roses. We tend to use the s sound, but the correct form is z. It's not s but z, and it becomes roses. Now coming to dogs, it becomes dogs. Again z. Now the third one, looks, it becomes looks. When we are being provided with these three words, what we tend to do is, we pronounce all these words with the s sound, not z. But here, for the first and the second, the ending is with z. So roses and dogs. And the third one is looks. But what we tend to do is, we tend to pronounce these words as roses, dogs, looks. So we tend to follow the same pattern, but it actually isn't correct. It should be roses, dogs and looks. Now taking the past tense morpheme, that is ed. is always pronounced D in Malayali English, whereas English has three distinct phonologically conditioned morpheme, as in rooted, rooted, rubbed, rubbed. Third one, looked, looked. So what we tend to do is, we tell it as rooted, rubbed, looked. So we use the ed in all these three words. We pronounce those ed, rooted, rubbed and looked. But it actually should be pronounced as rooted, rubbed and looked. Now moving on to the fifth one, strong articulation of weak function class words. In Malayali English, weakly articulated function class words are spoken in their strong forms. Let us look at the example. This should actually be pronounced as I'm coming, I'm coming. But we pronounce it as I am coming, I am coming. Now the next one, this should actually be pronounced as can I go, can I go. But we tend to pronounce this as can I go, can I go. This strong articulation of function class words is due to the absence of weak articulation markers in spelling. We don't have the weak being marked in the spelling. So what we tend to do is, we tend to pronounce it as it is written. But actually it has the weak forms. We don't have this, and this is not given in the word as such. So we tend to pronounce as it is, but it should actually pronounce with the weak forms. So that is another important thing, the strong articulation of weak function class words. Now moving on to the next one, the sixth one, intrusive Y. Another English pronunciation challenge for Keralites arises as a result of lack of certain corresponding English sounds in Malayalam phonology, as there is no equivalent to the English vowel sound A. We don't have this A sound. Do we have the A sound in Malayalam? We don't have this. So what we tend to do is, we tend to replace this with something else. So there is such kind of problem. We tend to replace these sounds with the Y sound, and that makes the entire difference. So as there is no equivalent to the English vowel sound A, the sound A in cat in Malayalam, the speakers deal with this problem by introducing what could be called as intrusive Y. So let's see how these words are pronounced by Malayali speakers, or what is the problem and how the word should actually be pronounced as. So the word is cat. It's cat, but most of us pronounce it as cat. Cat. It's cat. Cat. It's not cat, it's cat. The next one, it's captain. It's not captain, it's captain. Captain. This is wrong. It's not captain. Captain. This is wrong. It should be pronounced as captain. Captain. The next one, cap. We have again the sound A. Cap. But most of us pronounce this as cap. Cap. This is cap. The next one. This alphabet is very familiar to us. This is pronounced as H, but we pronounce it as Yech, Yech or H. This is H, H. The next one, F. That is wrong. The correct pronunciation is F, F. See? F, not F. It's F. So now together let us read the correct form of these words. Cat, cat. captain, captain, cap, cap, H, H, F, F. So this is another problem which we encounter. Moving on to the seventh one, phonetic fossils. The large number of loan words are the words adopted from a foreign language with little or no modification. So loan words that have become integrated into everyday use of Malayalam has had a negative influence on the pronunciation of certain English words. These words are very familiar to us, and let us see the mispronunciation of these words as well as the correct pronunciation. So this is being pronounced as, the correct form is omelette, omelette, but some of us pronounce this as omelette, omelette. That is wrong. It's omelette, omelette. The next one, a very common one. Most of us pronounce this as divorce. It's not divorce, it's divorce. Divorce. It's not divorce, but divorce. The next one, we pronounce this as sponge. But that is wrong. It's sponge. Sponge. Not sponge. It's sponge. The next one, this is pronounced as diabetes. Diabetes. The correct form is diabetes. But we pronounce this as diabetes. Diabetes. That is wrong. The correct form is diabetes. Diabetes. So this is another problem which is being titled as phonetic fossil. That is loan words, the words adopted from a foreign language with little or no modification. Moving on to the eighth one, problem with the sound Z. Malayali speakers of English, due to the absence of a corresponding Malayalam sound for Z, tend to replace it with S, the one which we saw before. So we try to use the S sound whenever we come across the Z sound, as we don't have Z in Malayalam. So we try to replace the Z with S. So let's see. Zoo is mispronounced as Su. It's not Su but Zoo. So the second word is pronounced as zebra. Zebra, or it can also be pronounced as zebra. Zebra is American pronunciation. Zebra is a British pronunciation. Z is a sound which comes in the beginning. But we tend to use the S sound. It's not zebra but zebra or zebra. Bus. Bus. It's not bus. It's not bus but bus. The next one, the incorrect form is rice. Rice. That is wrong. The correct form is rise. Rise. The next one, face. It's wrong. Face. The correct form is phase. Phase. It's Z, not S. So this is a problem with the sound Z. As we don't have the Z sound, we try to replace the Z with S. Moving on to the ninth one, problem with the pronunciation of numbers, such as the first one is 11. The correct form is 11. It's not 11. We tend to pronounce the number as 11. No, that is wrong. The correct form is 11. 11. The next one, the correct form is 12. 12. But some people pronounce this as 12. 12. That is wrong. The correct form is 12. 12. We have the W sound. 12. Now the next number, this is correctly pronounced as 20. 20. But Some people pronounce this as 20. 2020. So the second word is pronounced as zebra. Zebra, or it can also be pronounced as zebra. Zebra is the American pronunciation. Zebra is the British pronunciation. Z is a sound which comes in the beginning. But we tend to use the S sound. It's not zebra, but zebra or zebra. It's 20, not 20. It's 20. 20. This is wrong. The last one, number 10. Wrong assimilations and common mispronunciations. So we have certain words which we mispronounce as something else with slight difference. So the first one is uncle. The correct form is uncle, but some people pronounce this as ungle. Instead of k, we use g. So the correct one is uncle. Uncle is wrong. The next one, canteen. 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 But some people use d instead of t, so it becomes canteen. It's not canteen, it's canteen. T sound comes over here, not d. So the correct one is canteen. Canteen. The next one, the correct form is computer. Computer. It's not computer, it's computer. So we have the R sound and B sound which people mispronounce as. So the correct form is computer. Computer. And the next word is simple. Simple. It's not symbol, it's simple. So these are some of the major problems which most Malayali speakers encounter. So these kinds of problems occur when we try to use our language or when we try to implement the alphabets and the sounds of our language into English. But those should be corrected, and if we correct it, our pronunciation, accent, everything will sound natural. So we have completed module 1. That's all for today. Thank you.